It's a Monday that feels like a Sunday. And, oh, there's cat fur in my coffee. Got that out. Cat fur in my eye. What else is new? I'm dressed in my comfy clothes. Got some Doritos Sweet Chili Heat in my eyeball, too. It's making it, like, kind of match my hair color. It's looking fresh and fun and sweet. I've got my coffee. I still don't know what I'm going to be filming about. Or why there's cat fur on everything! But there is. And it's good and fresh and sweet and fun. And I was just having a moment that I was like, maybe I should make a video with like my YouTuber predictions. But then I'm like, wait, I'm not really a psychic, so that would be like stupid. But I do think that beauty gurus are going to be like canceled this year. Like, yeah, everybody's gonna still have their beauty channels and they're still gonna have their fans and everything. But I feel like beauty YouTubers are going to stop being like celebrities going into the future because it's not like good and fresh and new and fun anymore. And some other new trend is gonna come up. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's people that braid leaves into skirts. Hey guys, it's Jordan Jonas Sparks and I am the new Mr. Pink and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, there's the roommate coffee again. So in today's video I want to do a new series and introduce a new series to my channel. And I am going to be talking about James Charles. And this series isn't going to be talking about James Charles, but today's video is. So in the past, I have avoided, or tried to avoid for the most part, being a drama channel, talking about other YouTubers. Sometimes I have, like I did chime in on the Laura Lee situation. And I did like a short little video about my falling out with Jeffree Star. But for the most part, I've avoided making these kind of videos on like a moral level because I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about other people. And I always think about there's like a saying that it's like small minds talk about other people, big minds talk about ideas or something. But anyways, clearly I don't have that big of a mind, so we're gonna talk about people. And times have changed, and in this kind of age, especially in the days of YouTube and one of my favorite shows in the entire world being Wendy Williams. So like on one hand, how can I watch like the Wendy Williams show, which is like all gossip about like reality TV show stars and like celebrities, and then on the other hand be like, I am too morally high grounded to talk about other people. And so I don't really care anymore. I'm just going to do this series anyways because I've been like so at a loss for ideas of what to do on my channel that would actually inspire me. And in real life, I love to talk about YouTubers. Like I will talk about YouTubers all day with my friends if they watch YouTube, and especially if they watch the same YouTubers that I do. So I'm like, why not just talk about it on my channel? Because they say to talk about what you're passionate about and it will show. So we're just gonna do that. And I am super passionate about Dance Moms, the Wendy Williams show, and YouTube. And those are my nerdy things, and like, I guess the Wendy Williams show isn't like as exciting as Dance Moms or like talking about my favorite YouTubers. So now that this has been the longest winded intro ever, let's jump into talking about James Charles. And in this video, I might be spilling like a little bit of tea throughout this series, but that's not the intention. My intention is to be able to spread a positive message through talking about my favorite YouTubers because it's something that we can connect with if we watch the same people. So in this series, I'm not going to really be talking about people that I don't watch. I'm only going to stick to like the people that I love or have loved in the past. And I'm going to answer some questions like how I found this person, like how I was introduced to them, when I started watching them and why, do I still watch them now, and what kind of message or importance or inspiration, like what is the takeaway from this video. And so yeah, with James Charles, I was first introduced to him because he ended up being the cover of CoverGirl. He was the first male CoverGirl. And I believe I was in like my first year of college or like my second year of college or something when this happened, and I remember being like low-key bitter because I was like, who is this boy that literally just looks like a younger version of me, because at the time we were just like two skinny white boys with brown hair and black eyes, and he was wearing contacts, so I didn't know. Like, he always wore contacts, so I just assumed that his eyes were, like, blah, like mine. And so I was low-key bitter, because at that point I'd never, like, had the confidence to wear makeup. And his makeup was nothing, like, too crazy or outlandish. It was just, like, a simple glam eye with, like, freckles and a backwards hat. And so I was like, that is literally my image and, like, what I would do, but I never had the confidence to do it, so I didn't deserve to be on the cover of CoverGirl. So I was just like low-key jealous and low-key bitter, and I remember that kind of being like one of my first inspirations to be like, okay, if somebody in this generation is like literally making on the cover of CoverGirl being a boy wearing makeup, then why am I like hating myself and doing this in private and hiding that in the closet? So I was like, I'm gonna just start doing whatever the hell I want and expressing myself however I feel like it and be proud of it. So that's, I think, the first takeaway, but at the beginning I was definitely just, like, bitter and low-key jealous of him. And then, before he had a YouTube channel, because I think during this whole thing it was just, like, he had, like, this weird boom and ended up being on CoverGirl because they noticed him on the internet or something, and then, is it even CoverGirl? What am I saying? What magazine am I talking about? He was the first, maybe he was on 17 magazine, and he was the first male CoverGirl. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, CoverGirl is not a magazine. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so I found him through that. And then I started watching, like, drama, gossip videos about him on YouTube. And this was before I ever watched his channel or anything. I was just like, who is this boy? And because I was already, like, bitter about it, I just watched these videos. And I was like, found out that he apparently, like, lied, because there was the whole tea, which I'm sure everybody knows of by now, is that James apparently was like in the yearbook and had them like redo his photos with his highlight on so that it was like popping, and then that's how he ended up getting the noticed on the internet and ended up doing like the shoot and becoming the male CoverGirl. And then he was on Ellen, and apparently all of this was like a big lie, and apparently he just like photoshopped this stuff and blah 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 blah. I don't know what the real tea is or the real truth. There was just like a bunch of drama videos and a bunch of gossip, but at that point I was like, oh, I don't like this guy. Anyways, long story short, I started watching his videos, or watched a video or two of his, and I was like, I don't really care if he lied in his past as like a child or a teenager. Like, people grow and people change, and I forgive him just like Buddha Cat here forgives James. And I don't know, I just started watching his videos, and from there I was like, oh, he's so cute and charming, and I feel like we're so similar in a lot of ways, and he just kind of reminds me of like a younger, more confident version of myself. And I think his whole like sister language is like so like magnetic, like everybody, and contagious, like everybody just starts talking like that. Like I remember I was like, oh my god, I'm sister soaking up the sun, and like literally anything that I would say was with his sister alliteration, and then everybody at work started talking like that, and then even if they didn't watch James Charles or know who he was, they're like, where did this come from? Why are we talking like this? And so then I would explain to them who James Charles is. And so I think that because he has like a contagious personality and a contagious way of speaking, and he's just so contagiously charming, that is what helps him like grow and helps him have like a big audience of people that love him and stuff like that. And I just think that he's the most inspiring because he inspires so many people to just be themselves, and so many people to like step out of their shell and to just be confident, doing whatever it is that makes them feel confident, and whatever it is that makes them feel like themselves. And so I think that is like the biggest thing that I love about James. And yeah, I've been inspired by James. If there's one YouTuber that I still love throughout all of the drama and all of this beauty guru like clash of 2018, where the entire YouTube community is going to shit. James is still the one person that I love and I think is incredibly genius, and I think is like making the YouTube and the beauty community have to think more forwardly and just be forward thinkers and do more in order to set the standard for what it is to be a beauty YouTuber and what it is to have a platform this big, like what that means and how important it is. And what did I answer all the questions? I said how I found them, why I started watching their channel, and will I watch them anymore? Of course I will. I absolutely love James. I especially love the series that he did with his brother and how, like, brother sister, and how he managed to like establish a great relationship with his brother even though he previously didn't have one, and he like took his brother under his wing and like helped give him a platform and a career as well, because he didn't have to do that, and he did that out of the goodness of his heart. And I just think James is cute, and he's a little patoonie, and love him so much. So that is it on James Charles, and I'm thinking, who should I do next? I watch Gabby Hanna, I used to watch Jeffree Charles a lot, and Tana Mojo, Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Colleen Ballinger. Who else do you guys think that I should do? All the girls from Dance Moms, I could talk about them, but I want to know who you guys want me to talk about next, and I will make a video about them. And until next time, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. And me and Buddha Kitten will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Getting extra flossy.